When I got out, the only thing I knew how to run software-wise was to connect to the Basler. Everything else we did manually, right? So when I transitioned out, the first company I went to work for, they had a lot of Omicron stuff and they had PowerDB. And so I had to learn everything on the fly. But like me, I'm pretty decent with software and Excel, so I was quick to pick it up. But it's not, and it's a very robust program. Both of them are, and they can really beat you down if you don't know how to use them. And you can be struggling in the field for hours before you find the one damn button that you've been looking for, and you didn't even know that was the button you were looking for. So I would say while you're in, and especially that new relay that you have, the new ones on the Deltas, if I were you, I would, you could test, this is a GE multi-lin. You could test a GE multi-lin today. If you're a relay tester, tomorrow you go out and test, 15 Schweitzers. The next day you test some electromechanicals. And so you have to be very versatile with other types of software. So if I were you, before you get out and you want to get into relay testing, I would recommend that you look at those, the software, you start to familiarize yourself with things. You get the Baslers, become familiar. A lot of Basler softwares, all the same. Tabs are all the same up top. I mean, they standardize their software a lot. But start to see the differences between them. Start to see how they structure things in one versus the other. And then that'll help you learn other softwares. So that way, when you're testing a Schneider relay or you're testing an Eaton IQ relay or something like that, you're more rounded to be able to find the solutions to your problems. I just can't figure out what element's blocking me. It just keeps tripping when I'm doing something else. Well, it was under voltage. It was blocking you the whole time. Go to this pane. It's on the other pane. Click the little check mark, turns it off. So things like that, and then knowing how to run the software. Omicron is a very good software. By the way, that CMC 356 is one of the most powerful amplifiers for relay test sets. Manta has good ones too, but I haven't used the Manta test system yet. Doble and Megger have some very low powered amplifiers. Not picking on them. It's just the hardware that's in the equipment. So learn your equipment, learn the software, become as well-rounded and versatile as you can before you get out, because that's going to develop your career, and that'll set you, when you start doing those hiring and interviews and everything, they're going to ask you questions. They're going to say, so have you used PowerDB? Yes. Well, how do you structure your trees for your clients inside of that? And then if you can answer that, or if you can say, if they say, well, how do I turn off the 5051 protection inside of a Schweitzer relay? Okay, how do I make it communicate when my cord's not working? I plug it in, it worked on that GE relay, now it doesn't work here. Oh, it's DB9 connection. Those little things that people will ask you during interviews just to test you, to find out what sets you apart versus the other guy they're interviewing. So if you can start to run into the challenges, push your limits, and figure it out while you have that free taxpayer money to do so, I would absolutely do that.